In my adult life, the most complicating issue about gaming, besides time, is finding stuff that doesn't feel repetitive in any way. The young arthritis had no idea what the hell were JRPGs, FPSs, and so on, and at that time neither did the developers. The ESW pattern, loot and grinding, stuff that we take for granted today, had at some point to be experimented with before being accepted as a reasonable resource for the gameplay. No problems with having some patterns, but due to the industry becoming ever more professional, with even the indies developing amazing and well polished games, the pattern became more of a rule and necessity than a gaming experiment. Every platformer, fighting game, racing, JRPG, etc. resembles each other in the most essential points. I mean, of course, not every game has to be Katamari, but you can keep the general style of the game intact and still experiment with the parts that make it too familiar. I'm looking at you, Souls-likes. The exceptions like my delicious Virgo vs the Zodiac, yeah, I've been way too much into it, doesn't seem to grab as much attention as they deserve, in part because these differences are not very easy to capture and present in a short trailer and even shorter written description. So, what's the reason for this long curve thought? A game called Bravery Network Online, which required me doing some research to understand what the hell it was about. It was actually very quick research thanks to Mr. Waasiq's channel. Waasiq's, did I say correct? Waasiq. In which he goes into detail in how the game works. I've seen this showing up in my list with some frequency, but it never caught my attention long enough for me to even understand what it was about. To be fair, one of the game's trailers tries to make the point of the basic gameplay, but do you know what presentation was the most clarifying for me?
Bravery Network is inspired by competitive Pokemon, but it has a good amount of differences that make the game feel pretty unique and very fun.
There. Feels like Pokemon, had a bunch of fellas in line for an attack, choose a skill and use it. That's the essentials of the game. Not every game needs this kind of explanation, but if you specifically made something unusual, some clarifying might come in handy. Actually, the title of Mr. Waasiq's video made it more enticing to understand what it was. Mr. Waasiq managed to show all the essentials on how to play it, which, again, might not be the best for a pumping hype official trailer, but it's still necessary if you are far from the average game design. If you're interested, these are just some clips, the whole video and his socials are in the description. I strongly suggest you check it out, maybe it's the thing that's gonna save you from the sameness hell if you are like me. Also play Virgo vs the Zodiac, please check it out, it's super awesome, I need to talk to someone about it, please check it out. Thanks for watching.